Most people entering 2026 are not living, they are reacting. We are the most connected generation in history, yet we have never been more fragmented. Our attention is a commodity bought and sold by algorithms. Our peace of mind is at the mercy of a notification. But there is a 2,000-year-old operating system designed specifically for times of chaos. It's not about sitting in a cave and thinking deep thoughts. It's about war, the war for your character. Today, on Real Stoic Word, we aren't just discussing philosophy, we are building a blueprint. This is the 12-week Stoic reinvention plan, based on the 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. By the end of this video, you will have a week-by-week architecture to rebuild your life from the ground up. If you feel like you've lost your edge, stay with me. This is where you get it back. To reinvent yourself, you need a foundation. The Stoics believed that virtue is the only good. But what does that actually mean in 2026? Wisdom, phronesis. This isn't about how many books you've read. It's about the ability to see the world as it truly is, not how you feel it should be. It is the art of the dichotomy of control, knowing what you can change and what you must let go. Justice, dikaiosune. This is your social duty. It's about acting with integrity, being a person of your word, and understanding that what is bad for the hive is bad for the bee. Andreas, courage, not just on the battlefield, but the courage to be yourself, the courage to say no to the digital distractions that everyone else says yes to. Temperance, sophrosine, self-mastery, the ability to choose your long-term goals over your short-term impulses. Over the next 12 weeks, we will rotate through these 4 virtues, spending 3 weeks on each to fundamentally shift your personality. Your first 3 weeks are dedicated to wisdom. Your goal is to clear the mental fog. In the modern world, we suffer from information obesity. We consume so much that we can no longer think. To reinvent yourself, you must first reclaim your mind. Week 1, the audit. Carry a notebook for 7 days. Every time you feel angry, anxious, or jealous, write down the thought that caused it. Marcus Aurelius said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." Week 1 is about seeing the color of your soul and realizing that 90% of your suffering is self-inflicted by your judgments. Week 2, the dichotomy protocol. Every morning, look at your to-do list, mark every item with a C for controlled or U for uncontrolled. The U items, like what your boss thinks of you or the state of the economy, receive 0 emotional investment. You do the work, but you surrender the result. This creates an immediate focus buffer. Week 3, negative visualization, pre-mortalem malorum. Once a day, spend 5 minutes imagining everything you value being taken away: your job, your health, your home. This sounds morbid, but it is the ultimate cure for anxiety. When you realize that you can survive the worst, you stop fearing it. You become unshakable.
Welcome to Phase 2. Now that you have cleared the mental fog in Phase 1, we move to the most misunderstood virtue: courage. In 2026, courage isn't just about big heroics, it's about the small no's. It's the strength to be socially awkward if it means staying true to your path. Most people are reinventing themselves to fit in. We are reinventing you to stand alone. Week 4, the comfort suicide. Seneca famously advised, "Set aside a certain number of days during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, asking yourself the while, 'Is this the condition that I feared?' This week, you will intentionally seek discomfort. Take only cold showers, sleep on the floor for 1 night, fast for 24 hours. When you break your dependence on comfort, you become dangerous. You realize that losing everything isn't an end, it's just a change of state. Week 5, social sovereignty. This is the week you stop people-pleasing. Your task is to purposefully disagree with one popular opinion or decline one social invitation without giving an excuse. No, I'm busy. No, maybe next time. Just, I've decided not to. Observe the anxiety that rises in your chest when you do this. That feeling is your social self dying and your stoic self being born. Week 6, the view from above. To close the courage phase, we practice a meditation called the view from above. Look down at your problems from the edge of the universe. See how small your embarrassments are. See how brief your life is. Realizing your own insignificance isn't depressing, it's liberating. It gives you the courage to take risks because in the grand timeline of the stars, your failure doesn't matter, only your character does.
You have the mindset. You have the courage. Now you need the discipline. Temperance is the governor of the soul. In an age of dopamine loop apps and instant gratification, temperance is your ultimate competitive advantage. If you can control your impulses, you can control your world. Week 7, the dopamine blackout. For these 7 days, you will eliminate all passive consumption. No scrolling, no Netflix, no background music while you work. If it's not for your direct growth or your work, it is forbidden. This week will be painful. Your brain will scream for a hit of dopamine, but by day 7, your baseline will reset. You will find that you can focus on a single task for hours without checking your phone. This is the superpower of the 21st century. Week 8, the rule of 3, deep work. Seneca said, "To be everywhere is to be nowhere." This week, you define your 3 non-negotiables, 3 tasks that, if completed, make the day a success. You do them before you check your email. You do them before you speak to anyone. You are training your brain to prioritize impact over activity. Week 9, the evening review. Every night this week, you will sit in silence for 10 minutes and conduct a stoic audit. Ask yourself 3 questions. What did I do well today? What did I do wrong? What could I do better tomorrow? Do not judge yourself, just observe. This creates a feedback loop that makes growth inevitable. You are no longer drifting, you are steering. We have reached the final stage. You have mastered your mind, tested your courage, and disciplined your body. But Stoicism is not a philosophy of the self alone. The Stoics used a concept called oikiosis, the idea that our circle of concern should expand from ourselves to our family, our community, and eventually all of humanity. In these final 3 weeks, your reinvention becomes real because it starts to affect others. Week 10, the ego death. This week, your task is to perform 1 act of anonymous service every day. Help someone without telling them you did it. Donate without the tax receipt. Clean a space you didn't mess up. Why? Because it kills the ego's need for clout and recognition. You are training yourself to do the right thing simply because it is the right thing to do. Week 11, the circle of influence. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "That which is not good for the beehive cannot be good for the bee." This week, identify the people in your life who are struggling. Instead of giving advice, give presence. Practice stoic listening, being a calm, unshakable rock for someone else. By being the most stable person in the room, you realize how much your own reinvention can stabilize the world around you. Week 12, the amor fati integration. The final week is the hardest. It is the practice of amor fati, the love of fate. You look back at the last 11 weeks, the struggles, the cold showers, the missed dopamine hits, and you don't just accept them, you love them.
This week, whenever something bad happens, a flat tire, a missed deadline, a rude comment, you say to yourself, "This is exactly what I needed." You have reached the point where life cannot happen to you anymore. It only happens for you. 12 weeks, 4 virtues, 1 completely different human being. Most people will watch this video and do nothing. They will let the algorithm take them to the next distraction. But you are here at the 20-minute mark because something in you is tired of being ordinary. You are tired of being a slave to your impulses. The blueprint is in your hands, but a blueprint is just ink on paper until you pick up the tools. Marcus Aurelius didn't write his meditations for us. He wrote them for himself, as a reminder to be the man he knew he could be. Stop wondering what a good man or woman should be. Be one right now. If you are committing to the 12-week blueprint, I want you to comment below with the words, "I am the architect." This tells the algorithm and yourself that you are taking control. For those of you who want the written version of this 12-week plan, check the pinned comment. And if this video gave you the clarity you've been looking for, subscribe to Real Stoic Word. We don't just study the ancients, we live like them. Stay grounded, stay unshaken, stay stoic.